All right. Let me get live on Facebook real quick. And then we will start this off. Okay, let's see. We are going to go to the VIP. All right. So we're setting that one up. Okay. So here is what we're going to be discussing today. Now, hopefully you can see my screen, which you should be able to see my screen. So we're going to go over here. Okay, people. Today we're going to be talking about hormones. Hormones. Let me see if anybody. Okay, good. All right. So I'm, as always, going to be recording this so we can put this onto YouTube so you can rewatch it anytime that you want. This is a new time. I moved it to this new time because I was finding that the other time was very inconvenient with my lifestyle. so I moved it to a more reasonable time. Hopefully this time slot works. This is the third time I've moved it because, you know, it's just kids and family and all the other stuff and running. It's just complicated. Okay. So trying to come all the way back to the gym because this is my studio, right? At the gym, right? So I got to come all the way back to the gym to film, right? But I do the majority of my work from home, right? So I do the majority of my work from home. So to come film, I have to, you know, shoot all the way back over to the gym. It just doesn't always work with the schedule, right? Okay. So here's what we're going to be talking about today for today's live coaching. Okay. All right. Cut your volume off. Whoever that was that just popped in. Okay. Make sure you mute yourself. So here's what we're going to be talking about. I'll be asking if you got questions after I'm done with the lesson. Okay. So just hang tight. I don't know who iPhone is. Okay. So, but whoever you are, just hang tight if you got questions. Okay. So everybody else can be watching the replay. Okay. So here's what we're going to talk about. All right. So hormones. All right. This is a very, very, very important topic. Okay. And a lot of you guys may not realize this. Okay. I got 25 minutes before I got trained. Okay. So I gotta make this fast. Okay. So when it comes to every single thing, so I'm speaking to you men first. Okay. Actually, let me back up. Okay. Here's something that you got to understand, whether you are a woman watching this right now, or you're a man watching this right now. Okay. Your hormones, listen to what I'm about to tell you, are directly affected by the food you eat. So if your hormones are fucked, guess what that means? It's because your food is fucked. Okay? So that means you gotta get your food dialed in. Now, everything that we do nutritionally, when I give you guys meal plans, oops, I just lost my camera there. Okay, whatever. Lost the camera. Whatever. You can't see me. Okay, actually, you probably do need to see me. See body language, because sometimes I lose my shit. Okay. All right. So everything that I do when I give you guys, okay, is all about your hormones, believe it or not, right? Especially for you men, okay? The things that you do, somebody writing on my screen over here, how did you get access to my screen? Who is that, Mr. iPhone? Writing on my screen, you little hacker. Okay, so anyway, so everything that we do when it comes to the nutrition is actually to create the optimal hormonal environment. Okay. So I'm going to start with a lot of the stuff that I'm going to talk about for men. So for you ladies that are watching this, pay attention because this applies to your men, your husbands, your significant other, the dude sleeping in your bed. Okay. Because these things that I'm about to tell you are directly going to impact him and his health. Right. So everything that we do is all designed to create the optimal hormonal environment naturally, because I don't believe in fucking drugs. Okay. So you fellas, you're up first. Okay. So understand this. Okay. So fellas, when it comes to everything that we do is designed to build high testosterone naturally. Okay. Naturally. All right. You don't need TRT. All right. There's an epidemic of low testosterone in the nation today. And that's because everybody eats like fucking shit. They're lazy as fuck. They don't work out. They're fat. So all their testosterone is like 300. There's dudes 30 years old with testosterone levels like 30 or 300 or less. A healthy, savage man should be 800 to 1,000. Okay. 300 is almost like female level. That's how bad that is. Okay. So, so everything that we do is designed around that, right? So here's some signs that you have low T and you may not even know it. Like some of you guys are new, right? Some of you guys have already been tested and you know you're low. That's actually why you joined, right? Because you tested and you were like 155, right? Or, 298, right? And you're like, damn, my testosterone's low. I need to get my shit together, right? That's why a lot of you guys actually started, right? But here's some signs in case you've never been tested. And you don't really need to. I've never been tested because I just go based off of like how I'm feeling, how I'm performing. I'm like, look, my shit, I'm clearly high, right? Because I have all these things on point, right? So here's some signs that you have low T. Okay, number one, if you do not wake up with a solid morning wood every single morning, you should have this every single morning. Okay, you got low testosterone and heart issues. Okay, and probably because this is all tied in together, blood sugar issues as well too. Okay, if you got ED, okay, erectile dysfunction problems. Okay, you likely have a low testosterone as well too. Right now, there are other factors that could lead to that have nothing to do with your testosterone, like things like sleep and not getting enough sleep, having a lot of anxiety from work, like drinking too much alcohol, right? Can give you a limp dick. Okay, so don't drink too much when you're having date night with your ladies. All right, so keep that in mind. But these are signs that you have low T. So ladies, pay attention, because if your men are displaying any of this, they need to get their shit together, because this is a red flag, because having low testosterone is a red flag of much, much bigger problems. Okay. So if they're not getting morning wood every day, you got erectile dysfunction, got low testosterone, got to get your shit together. Okay. If your libido is low, okay, fellas, listen to me. If you ain't wanting to fuck everything that walks by, your T levels are low, because the man whose T levels are high, and ladies, just so you understand where I'm going with this, if you want to understand what it's like to be a man, I want you to imagine for a second, the horniest you've ever been in your life. Horniest you've ever been in your life. Like somebody was just teasing you, turning you on. Okay. Multiply that times 15 to 20. That's a man on a normal day. Okay. A healthy man. Okay. Not your normal fatty with titties that you see these days, right? But a normal healthy man. That's how we feel every day. When your T levels are high, you basically want to bang everything that walks, right? But we married, right? So we don't do that. But every time my wife walks by, I'm like, oh, she's bigger over the counter. So libido is very, very important. So this is also a red flag. So if you don't have a libido, red flag, your T levels are low. Okay. Men, if you do not have ambition, okay, as a man that has high testosterone levels, your ambition is going to be through the roof. Okay. You are going to want to crush goals like crazy. And if you don't, it's a sign you got low T. And if you have mental health issues, you got depression, anxiety, you're just feeling low, you're just feeling down in the dumps, you're feeling sad. These are all signs of low testosterone. It's what it does to men. This is why it's so fucking important that you take high quality self-care every single day. Okay. Everything that we do when it comes to the program that I give you guys is designed to create high testosterone so you can be on point. You can be a fucking savage in life. Okay. Everything we do is for that. So when I'm about to give you a few basic tips that you need to follow, right? I've told you this many times before. It's in the course. I talk about it on social media all the time. I talk about it all the time. This is vital. And the main reason why it's so important is because who you are as a man, the only thing that separates you from being a woman is your testosterone. Okay. Because that's what gave you the penis whenever you were developing. All right. And what separates you from a woman in life today is your testosterone levels, right? Like a lot of you guys, especially the past few years, been fucking cowards, haven't been standing up against all the bullshit going on, right? Because your T levels are low, right? And that's actually, we're going to go down a rabbit hole a little bit, okay? This is exactly why there's an anti-meat agenda, because they know when they take the protein away from you, they take the meat away from you because it's a fucking health food, right? When they take that protein and fats away from you, your testosterone levels plummet. And when they plummet, you become a compliant fucking sheep. Okay. All right. No more red pills, but that's why they're doing it. Okay. So, and you get fat and you get diseases and you die earlier because that's part of the agenda too, in case you didn't know that. Okay. Okay. So how do we build testosterone? All right. So listen up. This is how we build testosterone, fellas. Okay. This is quick. I forgot to put sleep in here because that's very, very important. Okay. So we're going to put in 6 in here. That's super important. Okay. And I know that sleep for a lot of you guys is difficult. For me, for many years, it was very hard too, because I'm like, I'm always trying to crush it. So it's like, it's hard to turn off, right? Hard to turn my brain off, right? I'm always trying to move my life forward. Okay. So, so how do we build it? First off, you have to eliminate the foods that destroy it. Listen up, ladies, because the same rule applies to you. All right. The same foods that are triggering the inflammation, the anxiety, the depression, the cancer, the heart disease, the diabetes, the Alzheimer's, the every fucking thing that goes wrong with the human body is directly tied to the foods you are eating. Did you hear me? Directly tied to it. Okay. So you have to eliminate that shit. So what are those things? Okay. That's basically the shit you should never be eating. Okay. Pizza, right? Bread, right? Pasta, right? Sugar, cakes, ho-hos, ding-dongs, cracker cereal, right? Coffee creamers, right? All the shit that's gotten you fat, right? Is also what's destroying your hormones, okay? Which is also destroying your health internally, right? Which is leading to all the other ailments and issues, right? Your hormone issue is just like the first phase, right? Like one of the first phases that it's a red flag. Basically, it's your body telling you like, hey, you're treating me fucking wrong. You need to change some shit. Okay. Because you're fucking me up. Right. And what happens is these foods, one of the reasons why they're bad, besides the fact that they're super inflammatory and they damage your gut and shit, and then they lead to you not being able to absorb nutrients and everything. Besides that, what they also do is high carb diets in general trigger a hormone called insulin. Okay. Insulin is a storage hormone. Whenever you trigger insulin, you're throwing all your other fucking hormones out of whack. Okay. Throw them out of whack, especially whenever you're triggering it meal after meal after meal after meal. Ladies, because you eat emotionally, meal after meal after meal after meal. Like, oh, they're going to hit menopause. No, you had 62 fucking crackers 10 minutes ago. You ate 3 slices of pizza before that. You had ice cream before that. And last night before bed, you ate a fucking bean and rice burrito, right? With your fucking cookies. That's why your hormones are fucked up. That's why you feel like you have menopause. Okay. It's not because your hormones are the problem. It's not because your age. It's because of the shit you are ingesting that is wrecking your hormones. Because everything that goes in your mouth has a direct effect on your hormones. Okay. So, but whenever you're fucking lighting up that insulin, every time you eat, you're just destroying your hormonal balance. Okay. Because we're not designed to eat shit like that. We're not. Okay. We're primarily for bazillion years, just mainly fucking carnivorous meat eaters, right? We only ate fruit and vegetables seasonal and very, very, very small doses, right? Our bodies are not designed to be consuming these 200, 300, 500 grams of carbs that the average American eats every single fucking day. Our bodies are not designed for that shit. Okay. So just understand that. So you got to eliminate the foods that are destroying it. Second thing. Okay. So eliminate the foods, right? You got to consume the foods that build it. Okay. So what foods are important for you to build good hormonal level and muscle and mental health and every single thing in your body? What is that? Okay. If you've been watching the videos, if you've been paying attention, right? Been doing the course, you should know the answer to this. Okay. Your essential macros are your protein and fats. Okay. Every single cell and hormone in your body is built off of these. Now, most of you are fucked up hormonally because you actually weren't getting enough protein in your diets and all you were consuming was carbs. Okay. Yes, you, I know who, you know, I'm talking to you. Okay. So and that's also why, right? You're protein deficient on top of it, right? You want to know why old people fall down and break their hips? It ain't because they're old. It's because they're fucking protein deficient as fuck. Okay. All they eat is this, right? And when your body needs protein constantly, every single day, and if you don't get protein every single day, it is going to start stealing it from itself. So that way it can build your hair, your nails, your hormones, right? It can build new tissues, right? It has to get its protein from somewhere. And if you are not eating it, what it's going to do is it's going to start stealing it from your muscles. And it's going to start breaking them down to the point to where like you start to get really, really weak and frail, right? Really, really soft and jiggly, right? It's because you're protein deficient as fuck. So your body is doing what it can to try and survive and keep you alive, right? And that's how old people fall down, break their hip. It ain't because they're old. Okay. It ain't because they don't have any balance. They don't have any balance because they don't have any fucking muscle, because they've been basically depleting their fucking protein for decades. Now they're just like frail little, right? So understand that. Okay. So you got to consume the foods that build, right? Which is why we eat an animal-based diet, and you have to be eating protein every meal. This is one of the reasons why. Hormones to keep shit in check, right? And supply your body with the protein and fats that it needs in order for it to function and stay healthy, right? The third thing you fellas need to do consistently is try and get about 30 minutes of sunshine a day on your skin. Take your shirt off, sit out in the backyard, sit out like at your office, whatever you got going on. Okay. Get sunshine on the skin. The sunshine raises your vitamin D levels. Okay. D equals T. Okay. Now this doesn't look like the normal alphabet, but in man's language, D equals T. Okay. You get enough sunshine, you can boost your test levels by almost 70%. Okay. That's science. All right. That's if you're doing your sunshine every day, right? So if you got low T, one of the fast ways of getting it up, sunshine every day. Lay out, get sun, boost those T levels up. Okay. So that's another thing. So ladies, listen to that, because that'll help you with your hormonal balance as well too. The other thing, your micronutrients, all the minerals that I have you guys take, it's for your hormones. Okay. And a lot of other things, but mainly for your hormones. Okay. Magnesium, zinc, iodine, right? All these things, your salt water, your water, all these things are to help create the optimal hormonal environment. Okay. So get your micronutrients, make sure that you're lifting heavy. Okay. Because when you lift heavy, because you should be lifting heavy, right? Because, some of you guys train with me in person. So I know you guys do because I make you, right? But those of you guys that are online, right? Don't be lifting like a little bitch. Okay. If you ain't struggling for your last few reps, every set, you're lifting like a bitch. Okay. You should be struggling to keep your form tight, right? So lift heavy, right? But keep your form good. And then the other one, which is super important, is sleep. Okay. Sleep is super vital. Like really try and aim for 8 hours, right? I personally get about 7 hours average, which is much better than the 3-4 that I've lived off of for 40 years of my life, right? I'm doing much better these days, right? So I average about 7 during the week. On the weekends, I get a little bit more usually. But I'm up at 4 a.m. every day. So, and by the time I leave the gym in the evenings and the time I wind down and get in bed, I'm only getting about 7 hours. Because, it's like I leave the gym, I gotta be right back in the morning, right? So anyways, try and get your sleep, but preferably 8 hours. All right. Now, cutting out all this shit too here, right? All this shitty ass food, right? A lot of you guys have sleep issues. The reason why you have sleep issues, listen up, this is for everybody. The reason why you have sleep issues is because most of you are used to eating all these high carby meals before bed, right? And when you eat these high carby meals before bed, what happens is you're going to sleep and your body's trying to digest food when it should be relaxing, right? On top of that, your blood sugar levels are elevated, right? And you're sleeping, you're not moving, you're not doing anything with all this fucking glucose floating around in your body, right? So what ends up happening is sometimes your body will like give you a little dose of adrenaline to help try and get your blood sugar levels in check, right? You ever wake up in the middle of the night and you're just like, fuck, man, I can't go back to sleep. Yeah, it's because that's what happened, right? So that's what happened, right? But also on top of that, when your blood sugar levels are elevated and everything like that, you can't actually get sleep because you're not actually slipping into your deep REM sleep, right? So what happens is, even though if you get like 8 hours, because you didn't actually sleep, right? You wake up feeling tired and groggy and like shit, right? And it's because you ate that fucking high carby meal before bed, right? Which you shouldn't be doing. Okay. So that's for the fellas. Okay. So keep that in mind, because let's give you a reminder. You should have solid morning woods every day. Your libido you should be wanting to walk. You should want to fuck everything that walks. Okay. Your ambition should be through the roof. Okay. Your mental health should be fantastic. Okay. If you got all 4 of those, you're in good shape. Okay. You're in good shape hormonally. All right. So that's what you're working for. Remember, everything that we do, from lifting to eating clean to taking care of ourselves to getting the sunshine, right? All the stuff that we do is to keep our levels high, because it's super, super important for you to be a man, right? To be the protector, the provider, the one that's leading the family. Your test levels have to be on point. So you have to take very good, high quality care of yourself in order for your test levels to get up and stay up. right? Like I've got clients that are 50, 60 plus. I got one that's 65. His test levels naturally are fucking almost 1200. Okay. 1200. His doctor accused him of taking TRT. Are you taking TRT? I don't know about it. He's like, no. Because he does this. He does this one especially. Okay. Sunshine. He's like an hour a day. Okay. Test levels through the roof. 65 years old. Okay. Think he ain't want to hump everything that walks by. Okay. So ladies, let's go to you. Okay. So ladies, here's some signs that you're wrecked. Okay. Number one, you moody. Okay. It's my hormones. Yeah, we know. Okay. We know. Because here's the other thing too. When you spike your blood sugar levels, right? When you eat shitty food, not only is it going to inflame you, not only is it depleting your body of nutrients and things like that, some of the stuff we already discussed, on top of that too, when you spike it, you're going to crash, right? And when you crash, you're going to feel like a bitch. Okay. Raging, hangry bitch. You're going to want more carbs. You're going to want more shit. You're just going to you're going to be a very unpleasant person to be around. Okay. So, which is why you should never be consuming that stuff and never be eating any carbs, clean ones like fruit and things like that by themselves. Okay. Because that'll still cause that, right? You always got to eat protein. Okay. Other signs, you got PCOS. Cassie, it's very, very common today. Girls have it. You got girly issues where you're having, issues with your JJ, right? You got girly issues going on. It's because of that, right? It's because you have a shitty diet. You're constantly spiking your blood sugar. You're constantly living in a state of inflammation. You're constantly living in a state of severe nutritional deficiencies, right? So you ended up with girly issues, right? You probably got fungus overgrowth because you're eating all these carbs and all this bullshit, right? And all that fungus overgrowth also goes down there. You know what I mean? So that's why you want to also avoid all that high carby shit too, because that's going to make that shit a little bit, not pleasant. You know what I mean? Okay. So take care of your stuff. You take care of your nutrition. That will naturally be amazing. Okay. Naturally. Okay. So take care of that. A lot of you girls don't know that. What you eat directly affects that. Just an FYI, fellas. Okay. Listen, you might need to share this with your ladies. Okay. So the other thing too, like I already talked about, menopause symptoms, right? These are also typically menopause. No, you ate 16 candy bars yesterday, Sharon. Okay. It's not fucking menopause. All right. You fucking eating like an asshole. Okay. That's why you're having these symptoms. All right. And then other signs is excess body fat. Now the process of you fixing your shit is exactly the same, right? As the dudes, right? Except you're not trying to boost your test. You're just trying to get yours to balance out better. Right. So you got to eliminate the shit food, right? Eat the foods that you need that build it, which are your protein and fats, which also build the muscles. So you can get that nice booty in those legs, right? And get that, so that way when your body fat gets low enough, your body looks good whenever it's toned, right? And then get your sunshine, right? It's very, very important, especially for your immune systems, okay? And your girly issues too. And get your micronutrients, right? You also lifting heavy. Don't worry, ladies, you ain't gonna get jacked, okay? You ain't gonna get swole, baby. You're not gonna get swole from lifting weights. You're gonna get sexy. And the reason is, here's why. Real simple. Testosterone, okay? You, as a woman, can lift heavy as fuck for decades. You'll never get jacked. Never. And the reason is because you don't have testosterone levels high enough to produce high levels of muscle like that. You just don't. So you can train hard as shit. You are never going to get jacked. Never. Okay. So don't worry about it. Those girls that you see that make you go, oh my God, I don't want to look like that. She's so bulky. It's gross. Like that. She looks like a dude. She is a dude. Okay. She's taking fucking steroids. Okay. And when you see jacked ass girls, they're taking steroids, 100% taking steroids. Most of the fucking fitness influencers you see on social media, they're on fucking PEDs of some sort. All these bikini models and shit, they're on PEDs, believe it or not, just very, very low doses, right? They're on that shit, right? But those big ass jack bodybuilders, they are on a lot. Like their testosterone levels are like 2,000-3,000. Okay. Like they're way up there. And when you talk to them, they got like the fucking man forehead, they man jaw, their fucking clits look like this. I'm not even kidding you. They look like a little dick. Okay. Kid you not. It literally does this to them. Go Google it. Go Google bodybuilder clitoris. Okay. And go find out. Okay. Literally gives them a little micro penis. Okay. So they're on steroids. And if you were to talk to them, they're like, hi, my name is Mary. It's like, what the fuck? The fuck? Holy shit. Right. So you ain't got to worry about getting jacked. Okay. So train hard, train heavy, good form, right? Keep your diets clean. This is all about the hormones, baby. This is basically how you do it. Okay. So I got to run because I have a class. Okay. Let me see. Tamara says, takes you a lot longer to fall asleep. That's usually because you're ramped up from the workout. And if you're taking like a stimulant or a pre-workout before that, Tamara, that's why you're having a hard time falling asleep. But it's usually because when you work out late, this is also one of the reasons why you want to work out earlier in the day. Because you'll get tired earlier in the day, right? So you'll be ready to start crawling into bed by like 7, 8 o'clock because you're exhausted because you worked out early, right? If you work out late, you're going to be all amped up, right? Your heart rate's still pumping, you're recovering. So it's going to be a lot harder to calm down so you can actually go to sleep, especially if you're taking like a pre-workout or something or drinking some coffee or something. You're going to have a hard time trying to fall asleep. Okay. Now I got to run. I got time for about one more question. Who else got a question? You can unmute yourself and ask it real fast. Whose iPhone? Whose iPhone? I don't know who this is. Logged in all incognito. I'm assuming this is probably, who would do this like a ninja? This looks like Chris. Is this Chris?
No.
Who is it? Who is it?
I'm embarrassed to say it's Joe Peck.
Oh, what's up, brother?
Hey, buddy.
You little ninja.
I know. It was unintentional. I'm sorry to write on the board. I was just trying to actually change my name, like the iPhone, to my name, so you knew who I was.
Oh, gotcha.
I was trying different features, and it just ended up getting onto the board.
Got it. What's up, Joe? Okay, so what questions do you have before I have to log off? I got to go train clients right now. Question? No?
I don't think I have a question. I mean, just, follow the program as outlined kind of thing. So trying to make it work, but it works.
Yes, sir. You have abs, brother.
I'm getting abs, you know it.
All right, guys. So I got to run. I got to go train, get some people sexy. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to save this and put this on YouTube. So we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Thanks, Damon. Bye.
You got it. Bye. Bye.